Dear Jordan, today is Friday, March 9th, 2018. I am so excited to get to know you too and for you to get to know me. I think 20 questions is an awesome way to get to know each other. So I'm going to start out right away because I'm going to try and get all 20 questions done in one video. What is your name? My name's Wendy, but you can find me around the internet as Wendy Caroline, which is actually my middle name. It sort of has been passed down through my family. My grandma's middle name is Caroline, my aunt's middle name is Caroline, my middle name is Caroline, and my niece's first name is Caroline. How old are you? I am 26 years old. What CF centers have you been a part of? I have only been to 2 CF centers in my life. I went to Children's Hospital of Wisconsin in Milwaukee when I was a kid, and then I transitioned to the adult clinic at Frederick Medical College. And the 2 hospitals are actually connected through an underground tunnel system, so that's kind of cool. Also, my CF doctor actually transitioned to the adult clinic with me. And I only drive 1.5, 2 hours if there's traffic or weather or whatever, so you've got me beat on that one. Where do you live? I live in Frosty, Wisconsin. I was born and raised here, and I know a lot of people hate the cold, but I love it. What is your family like? I grew up with my mom and dad and my 3 siblings, so we had a little bit of a larger family, but I'm actually the only one with CF, so my family is the perfect statistic of 1 in 4. Now I live with my fiance Andy and our 2 animals, Finn and Knox, who we affectionately call our children. When were you diagnosed with CF and how? I actually was caught in a newborn screening study when I was 6 weeks old that I was in until I was 18. All they did was take a few extra blood samples, mucus samples here and there, but that's how I was diagnosed. What's your favorite food to gain weight with? Chocolate milk. I am just like you. I am a huge foodie. I love, love, love cooking, but chocolate milk does the trick for me, so. What is your favorite color? Green. Almost everything that I own is green. How does your partner play a role in your life? I am a hugely independent person. I have always struggled with asking for help and letting people help me, so a lot of my CF care I do myself. But Andy helps out with washing my nebulizer cups at the end of the day, and he used to help fill up my weekly pill containers, but I have since taken that over because he is in school right now. But I would say the biggest role he plays in my life is just being my cheerleader and my partner in life and making me laugh, because I love to laugh. Do you have any pets? Yes. We have a dog. His name is Finn, and he is actually a service dog, so he's only sort of a pet. But we also have a cat named Knox, which we joke around that she is actually Finn's pet. Where did you go to college? I went to the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh, and I graduated with a degree in music business in 2016. What do you do now for a living? I work at a local restaurant as a marketing and front of house manager, and I love it. I get to work closely with local music because we host a lot of live music throughout the week, and also own an event hall in the upper level of the building. And on the side, I actually run a local music radio show. How did you choose your career path? So I have always been super passionate about music. I have always played any instrument that I could get my hands on, and it has just been a huge love of mine my whole life. And so I knew I wanted to do something in music, but I didn't know what, because I knew I didn't want to teach, and I also knew that music performance was not a very smart career path for me because I needed steady health insurance and a steady job. And so I sat down with my 2 high school band directors, and they talked through other career paths in music, and so I really had to make a decision between music therapy and music business because both of those sounded super interesting to me. I ended up going with music business, but now that I am through college and everything, I know that I definitely would have been just as happy in music therapy. But this leads to the next question. What do you love most about your job? So my favorite part about my job is working with local music. I love all of the musicians that come through, and I love supporting local musicians and all that stuff. But the other part I love about my job is the family environment. It is a very welcoming environment, and also they are super understanding and accommodating about anything that I need to do to take care of my health. What is the hardest thing about living with CF? So this took me a little bit to figure out the answer to, because there are a lot of things that suck about CF, but I think the hardest thing for me is the constant changing. My baseline is always changing, my symptoms are always changing. It's hard for me to understand my body because everything is always different. What gets you through each day living with a life-threatening disease? I definitely think that my support system plays a huge role on my attitude towards life, but also I just have this natural love of life. I have so many hobbies and interests, and I just love learning about the world. And so to make sure that I am here in order to enjoy all these things that I love is definitely one of the huge parts that gets me through every day. When did you learn the importance of your daily treatments? This one was kind of a hard one for me growing up. My parents did an awesome job of taking care of me, making sure I did my daily treatments, and also educating me as to why I was taking these medicines. And then teenagerism hit. I don't know. I got towards the end of my high school and I got really busy. I took on a lot of extracurriculars. I was working almost full-time, and then when I went to college I was working full-time. I was going to school full-time, and I didn't exactly have my priorities in order, and I got really sick after a few years of that and learned that I wasn't going to be able to do all these things that I wanted to do without doing my daily treatments. What's the most positive thing about living with CF? The most positive thing for me is probably the opportunities that I've gotten because of CF. I never would have started writing on my blog, which led to public speaking and all of these other guest posts. I've met a ton of awesome people through advocacy work and all of the other things that I do with CF awareness. Oh, and of course, getting to eat whatever I want because I love food. What's the most important thing that you have learned living with CF? The most important thing that I have learned is by far time management. Like I said, during college I had a hard time prioritizing my daily treatments, but because of CF, I really learned how to multitask and how to figure out what was important and needed to be done right then versus what I wanted to do. What are you most excited about doing the Dear Sister videos? I obviously am super excited to get to know you, but I think the other part that I'm really excited about is to get back into making videos. I used to vlog and I had a ton of fun doing it, but I got really sick and I fell out of it, and then, you know, habits happen, and so I haven't really gotten back into it, but I'm very excited to be making videos again. So those are my 20 questions. I can't wait to hear the rest of your 20 questions, and I will talk to you later. See ya, sister!